What's going on, everybody? It's TJ Duckett with Kuma Style Reviews, and what we have is KTC. I believe he changed it to Keith's Toy Club from Keith's Fantasy Club. Their Sencho Barbosa figure, which is, of course, their homage to Braves Captain Sharp. So, if you like what you see after this review, go ahead and click on the links in the description. Pick yours up today at our sponsors, TF Source or thechosenprime.com. Your choice, both awesome stores. Taking a look here at the shark mode, it does come with a stand that lets you, of course, hover the figure, but you can see it lets you store the weapons and stuff like that. This is actually a flip out sword. We'll look at that when we go into robot mode. But this cannon down here actually detaches too. So taking a look here, this is the Upgrade Commander exclusive version. You know, I didn't have any experience with this figure. The only time I'd seen it, you know, in hand were the black prototypes at TFCon Toronto this year, back in July. But from what I found on Google, the differences in the normal version, the tail is all blue, and the cannon here is red rather than the gray and silver. So I prefer both of these paint app changes. But it looks like the rest, the core of the robot, is actually the same. So, could be wrong, maybe the sword's a different color, but I did not see any pictures of the sword when I googled it, so I don't know. But I know this one's gray, so let me know in the comments if you see any other changes or things like that. I'll leave it up to you guys. But, pretty long shark mode. Really cool. Let me zoom out some here so we can actually take a ruler. I'm going to try to look at it through the LCD here. Front to back, it actually looks like about 11 inches, so definitely a big space shark. Alright, so what we're going to do is actually take it off of the stand. There's this peg right here. Goes in right there. Move that over to the side and we'll get on transforming this. You know, there were a lot of danger points and things like that I was warned about. Read the TFW threads and everything. So, you know, I feel pretty comfortable transforming this even the first time around. But the first thing we're going to do, these are the arms. We're just separating them, so we can get that cannon out too. And just be careful. These are actually damn near razor sharp. All these fins and stuff like that, especially at the points. So I understand that they don't have the same safety regulations and things like that, but even right there, it's like, God damn it. Alright, so you can see how it pegs in on each arm. We're just going to remove that. That is the first step. So from the top here, what we're doing with the arms, we're actually just moving those out. We can start getting those separated too because we're ready. But you can see how everything separates, the hands and all that good stuff. You see the biceps and all that right there. So alright, now for this piece right here, zoom out some, we are going to separate that. The blaster is actually going to come out. We're going to take that by the handle. We're just going to place it over here on the stand, rotate it around, do whatever. But there's that. Okay? So now, these two red pieces right here, those are actually the calves. We're separating those. They just peg in. Alright? And then from there, we take these, and we're just swinging them out. Alright, those red pieces. Now, these legs are double jointed. Let me zoom in. Alright? I actually had to shave the plastic down. I don't remember which side it was, because this knee piece, it's hard for it to go around with the double knee joint. It's a lot easier to transform to robot mode and straighten it out than it is to get it back. So if you feel any resistance or whatever when it comes to coming back, shave this piece down. It's not going to affect anything aesthetically, but it's going to save you a whole lot of headache and hassle, because even with that shaving right there, that was kind of hard for me to get back. So, just be warned. Okay? So, from there, the heels and the feet just flip out. Ugh. Fingernails! Why do I clip you so far? So, you know, with the fingernail thing, I'm pretty heavy into working out and stuff like that. So I try to keep my fingernails low because when I grip weights, they actually dig into my palms and stuff like that. So I keep them extra low, but I think I might just start growing them out just for this. Because I'm not going to lie, it's kind of embarrassing to have to get a file or something like that just to like flip things out and, you know, need it for the jib. But, alright, so from here, flipping both of these sides out. These already seem to fall down, but you want to make sure those are down. You're going to have to adjust those some, you know. But we're going to continue to... Actually, I'm going to make sure those are out of the way a bit. So, make sure those are flipped back. Because we're going to have to do some finagling around. Because this part... Okay. Just making sure we're doing this right. Okay. So from here, make sure I'm doing the next part right. You take this top piece, this canopy type deal, flip this back. And see how as you flip it back, the waist naturally starts to come forward. So that's really cool. Alright. So just so this doesn't poke me, we're gonna... Arms are technically like the last-ish thing you're supposed to do according to the instructions, but okay. You can see right there, got a big shark face. You can keep that open, close it. It looks good both ways to me. But the last part here, besides flipping these guns out, we're just taking this. Piece flips up. Now, the head... Let me see how well we can zoom in here. Kind of dark, but the ball joint is really like deep seated in there, and this is kind of tight. So you don't want to flip the head up by the head. I've read some horror stories on TFW. I do not want to potentially like break that ball joint or anything like that. I'm not the best at pinning. Gotten a lot better, but it's not something I like to do. I happen to have, this is Bullsfire Airstrike, his sword. Also, go ahead and order that at tfsource.com today. And see this little lip right here? That's what I'm doing. I'm just taking that and pressing down on it. And now that I can get under and actually touch that piece that rotates, that's when we take our finger to move it out. Don't do it by the head. That's scary. That's not cool. And if you do, hey, you did it on your own accord. I warned you. So there we go. That guy is transformed. Now, when I first transformed it to start taking some pictures and things like that, I actually did not peg the cannon into a shoulder. So this is my first time doing it. Let's check it out. Oh, fairly easy. The holes are right here. So this rotates. It's for the side when you have them in alt mode. Front for this mode. And get it pegged in here. Boom. That looks really good. So, taking a look at his weapons here. This is a sword. Make sure that I'm flipping it out from the right side. And see, I'm not going like, this is kind of flimsy, so when you pull it out, actually grab the sword, flip it, and then take the bottom. Boom. Okay? So we're not worried about stressing the actual like blade itself. That pegs in really tight. So, okay. Here's his blaster. Okay. And we're rocking. There we go. Now, in terms of how tall this figure is, it's very tall. So, I don't have any figures out to compare it to, but we're just going to do a straight up size. Go. It's just under, if you go to the tip of his hat, it's about 7.5 inches, but to the top of his actual head, it's about 7.25. So that hat obviously flips up quite a bit there. But looking at his posability, even with the shoulder pads and stuff like that, you've definitely got some in and out movement of the shoulders because of the transformation. You can definitely rotate these. up and down. He does have swivel in the shoulder underneath that. Definite bicep swivel. Double jointed elbows, which is awesome. Waist articulation, they're on ball joints. And I don't know if you guys got to see, but the hand detail is really cool too. I love the claws rather than just normal fingers and stuff like that. Alright, ball jointed hips, really solid ball joints. Get that out of there. Double jointed knees, like I said, kind of scary though. There's some shaving still from where I shaved it. Also, I forgot to say, on the inside of that knee piece there, there's a little bit of a lip part that lifts, so I shaved that down too. And you can see it when you have it in hand. It's not anything that's too hidden, just hard to show on camera. But both the feet and the ankles have separate ball joints for articulation and stuff like that. I was able to get it into like walking style poses. You can see right there, fairly easy. He does also have waist articulation, so yeah. My bad, my window's open. But there you have it. That is KTC, Keith's Toy Club, their Sencho Barbosa figure. Like I said, if you like what you see here, it's something I definitely recommend picking up. Order it at thetfsource.com or thechosenprime.com. Once again, this has been TJ Duckett with another Kuma Style review. Hopefully you liked what you saw. Hopefully you liked it enough to like it on YouTube. Comment, check out the Pictorial on kumastyle.com as well, and let me know what you guys think. See you next time.